Knowledge is one of the most powerful tools we can possess. It is the foundation of everything we do, everything we achieve, and everything we become. The power of knowledge is not limited to a single area of life. It influences our thinking, our decisions, and the direction of our future. It opens doors to new opportunities, drives personal growth, and shapes the way we see and understand the world. But perhaps the most remarkable thing about knowledge is that it's not a static thing. It doesn't simply accumulate and then stop. Knowledge is alive. It grows, adapts, and evolves with you. The more you seek it, the more it multiplies. When you understand the importance of knowledge, you begin to realize that it's not just about gaining facts or remembering information. It's about learning how to think, understand your environment, solve problems, and make better decisions. Knowledge is the tool that shapes how we approach challenges in life. It's what gives us the ability to understand our circumstances, weigh different options, and choose the path that leads us to success. The more knowledge we have, the clearer our vision becomes, and the more empowered we feel to take action and make things happen. Consider the achievements of great historical figures like Albert Einstein, Marie Curie, Martin Luther King Jr., or Nelson Mandela. What made them stand out was not just their intelligence, but their ability to understand the world around them, to challenge the status quo, and to use the knowledge they gained to bring about change. Einstein's theories didn't just change the way we look at physics, they revolutionized our understanding of the universe. Marie Curie's discoveries in radioactivity didn't just impact science, they changed the way we treat diseases like cancer. The knowledge they gained was not just an abstract collection of facts, it was a source of power that allowed them to transform the world. But knowledge is not reserved only for great scientists, thinkers, or leaders. Knowledge is for everyone. No matter who you are or where you come from, you can access knowledge and use it to change your life. In today's world, knowledge is more accessible than ever. With the internet, libraries, online courses, and the constant sharing of ideas, learning is no longer limited to a classroom. You can learn anything, anytime, anywhere. One of the biggest misconceptions people have about knowledge is that it's something you only gain through formal education. While formal education plays an important role, it's not the only path to gaining knowledge. Self-education, life experiences, and curiosity can be just as valuable, if not more so, than what we learn in school. Self-taught people like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and Oprah Winfrey are all prime examples of how knowledge can be gained outside traditional systems and used to create remarkable success. The key is to have a desire to learn, to always be open to new ideas, and to continually seek out ways to improve yourself. Knowledge also gives you the ability to connect with others in a meaningful way. When you understand the world around you, you can relate to others, share ideas, and collaborate. The knowledge you gain allows you to contribute to conversations, solve problems, and even teach others. It's a gift that multiplies when shared. However, there's something very important to remember. Knowledge alone is not enough. Knowledge must be applied. If you simply collect facts but never use them, they have no real power. The true power of knowledge comes when you use it to take action. This is where many people fall short. They have the knowledge but never put it into practice. The real change happens when you take what you know and apply it in the real world, whether in your career, your relationships, or your personal development. As we talk about the power of knowledge, it's important to recognize that critical thinking is just as vital as the knowledge itself. Knowledge is not just about memorizing facts. It's about asking questions, analyzing information, and using reason to form conclusions. Critical thinking allows you to separate facts from opinions, identify biases, and understand different perspectives. This ability is crucial, especially in a world where information is constantly being shared and not all of it is accurate. Critical thinking teaches you how to evaluate information, how to make decisions, and how to solve problems more effectively. It helps you recognize when something doesn't make sense, when an argument is flawed, or when more information is needed before making a judgment. In today's world, where we are bombarded with news, opinions, and advertisements, critical thinking is the key to making informed decisions. It's the skill that allows you to sift through the noise and find what's important and true. One of the best parts of knowledge is that it's a lifelong pursuit. Knowledge doesn't stop when you finish school, get a job, or achieve a certain goal. Learning is an ongoing process that continues throughout life. The most successful people are those who never stop learning. They understand that there's always more to know, always something new to discover. In fact, it's this mindset of continuous learning that allows them to stay ahead of the curve and adapt to changing times. In today's fast-paced world, where technology and industries evolve constantly, the ability to learn and adapt is more important than ever. Skills and knowledge that were valuable a decade ago may no longer be as relevant today. To stay competitive and relevant, you must keep learning, growing, and updating your knowledge. Embrace the fact that you don't have all the answers and that the journey of learning will continue throughout your life. When it comes to knowledge, one of the most important things to remember is that learning is a journey, not a destination. The pursuit of knowledge is something that continues throughout our lives. It is something that we can keep growing, expanding, and improving with each day. This is why it's so important to develop a mindset that values continuous learning. The more we learn, the more we realize how much we don't know. And that realization is part of the beauty of knowledge. At the beginning of any learning journey, there may be fear, confusion, or a sense of not knowing where to start. You might feel overwhelmed by the sheer amount of information out there, or you might doubt your own ability to grasp certain concepts. These feelings are normal. In fact, they are often the first signs of growth. The more you challenge yourself, the more you learn, and the more you stretch your mind, the more you will grow. The process of learning can be difficult at times. There will be obstacles and setbacks. You might find that certain subjects are harder for you than others, or that the road to mastery feels long and discouraging. But this is part of the process. Every failure is a lesson in disguise, and every mistake is a stepping stone toward mastery. In fact, it's often the challenges that teach us the most. Mistakes are essential to learning. They provide the necessary feedback that helps us understand what works and what doesn't. They force us to think critically, to adjust our methods, and to improve. Think about any skill you've learned. Whether it's learning to play a musical instrument, playing a sport, or mastering a new software program. At first, you probably made a lot of mistakes. You probably felt frustrated and uncertain. But over time, through practice and persistence, you got better. This is exactly how knowledge works. The more you practice, the better you get. The more you learn, the more confident you become. As you progress in your learning journey, you will encounter moments of doubt and frustration. This is when many people give up. They may feel like they aren't making progress fast enough, or they might face setbacks that make them question whether it's worth continuing. But it's important to push through these moments. Growth happens at the edge of discomfort. It happens when you face challenges and refuse to back down. The moments when you feel like giving up are often the moments just before you make the biggest breakthrough point. One of the most important lessons of learning is the realization that there is no such thing as failure, only feedback. When you face difficulties, remind yourself that each obstacle is an opportunity to grow, to develop new skills, and to become more capable. Every time you encounter a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This shift in perspective will help you see obstacles not as roadblocks, but as opportunities for personal and intellectual growth. Another key element of the learning journey is curiosity. Curiosity is the driving force behind learning. It's what pushes us to ask questions, explore new topics, and search for answers. The more curious you are, the more you will discover. Curiosity fuels innovation, problem-solving, and personal growth. It keeps you engaged with the world around you and helps you stay motivated to continue learning. Think about the things you're most curious about. What excites you? What do you want to know more about? Curiosity is what leads you to seek new knowledge, whether it's through books, online courses, conversations with experts, or hands-on experience. It's the spark that keeps your mind active and engaged. The most successful people in the world are not necessarily the most intelligent or talented. They are the most curious. They ask questions, they seek answers, and they explore new ideas. Curiosity is a gift that leads to endless opportunities and discoveries. Now that we've discussed the power of knowledge and the importance of learning, it's time to focus on how to use what you know to make a real impact. Knowledge isn't just something to keep for yourself. It's something you can use to create change, to solve problems, and to help others. One of the most important ways knowledge can make a difference is by solving problems. Whether it's a problem in your personal life, in your workplace, or in society, knowledge provides the solutions. Knowledge allows you to analyze situations, identify issues, and develop strategies to solve them. It helps you think critically about the challenges you face and come up with creative, practical solutions. For example, consider the global issue of climate change. Scientists and environmentalists around the world are using their knowledge of the environment, weather patterns, and technology to come up with ways to slow down or reverse the effects of global warming. Their knowledge isn't just about understanding the problem. It's about using that understanding to create solutions that can make a difference. Similarly, in your personal life, the knowledge you gain can help you solve everyday challenges. Whether it's learning how to manage your time more effectively, understanding how to improve your relationships, or gaining the skills to excel in your career, knowledge allows you to navigate life with confidence and clarity.